there, we're talking arguments today, and something that was on James Franco's podcast. If you don't know who James Franco is, he's got a book out called Work Less, Make More, and he's also got the podcast called James Franco, surprisingly enough. He is a wonderful. He's actually been on this podcast before. I've interviewed him before on this podcast in the early days, so it'd been episode like 1 to 50. Somewhere in the first 50 episodes, I interviewed James Franco. He's a wonderful man. He's a brilliant guy, and he basically teaches people to make more money and work less, work-life balance, and I love it. Something he said on this podcast that I want to dig into today, and I want to tell you about, because I think it's super important. Avoid getting in arguments that can never ever be won. I think that, my friends, is brilliant advice. Not only that, we can go a step further. Is why do we get in arguments anyway? Because most arguments can never be won. Because if we win, we really lose. If you win an argument, what has happened? You've proven somebody else wrong, and inevitably, you probably hurt their feelings as well. And they're going to be dented by that. And why? For what purpose? So I think you've got to question. I was somewhere yesterday, and by the way, when this comes out, it won't be the day that it was. Anyway, so I was somewhere, and I was having a conversation with somebody, and I didn't agree with what that person was saying at all. And I thought, what's the point of disagreeing here? What's the point of having an argument? Let them have their moment. Let them say what they want to say, and move on. Why do I have to disagree? So this year, I'm going to try and disagree more. Now, I don't believe I get into disagree less. Sorry, I don't believe I get into a lot of arguments. I think I did that good in 2022, but I'm certainly going to disagree with people in 2023 less. And one thing I'm also going to do is understand. I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday, somebody completely different, and we was having a conversation, and it was all about seeing somebody else's point of view, and I can never ever put myself in somebody's shoes and look at it from their point of view totally, because I don't know the emotions involved. I can't feel what they feel. I can't see what they have seen in their life. And so when somebody's got a point of view from me, or coming from something from a different angle, completely different than me, I've got to respect that. I can't ever judge anybody else. We can't ever judge anybody else, because we don't know what that person has gone through. We don't know the emotional trauma that they have been through in some parts of their life. We don't know what's made them the person they are. So we've got to be very, very careful of judging. And so that's one thing I'm definitely going to do more of. I'm going to do this more, judge less. So basically, I'm going to judge less this year, because I don't know what that person's been through. And again, just 10 minutes ago, I was thinking about somebody. I was judging them. I was like, I need to pick up on myself. We all judge people. We all look at someone and we instantly have a judgment on that person. We need to do it less. I need to do it less. And I don't think I'm real bitchy or anything like that, but you do judge people. And we need to do it less, because we don't know what's happening in their life. We don't know. We haven't been through their emotions. And so for me, it's getting into less disagreements. And so what? People have a different opinion than me. That unless people ask my opinion, just because I disagree with their opinion, it doesn't mean that I have to then give my opinion to somebody else. And so I'm going to have less disagreements. I'm going to certainly argue if I can't. I'm not going to argue if I can't win the battle. What's the point? Because there's no point. There's certain times when you do need to stand up for yourself. By the way, if I'm thinking of a position in business, for example, we're buying businesses right now, and we've got a disagreement, me and this other person, about a certain aspect of this business that we're buying, and I have to disagree on this one, because it's worth sticking up for. The end is worth the means. So it's worth sticking up for myself and disagreeing in this instance. But ultimately, I'm going to try and avoid getting in arguments. I am not going to judge people as much. And I want to caveat that and say I don't judge people all the time, but I want to judge people less, because, like I was talking to somebody yesterday, I just feel as though we can't really ever get into understand that person, because we don't know what they've been through. We don't know what they've seen. We don't know the emotions that's been involved. And so how can we judge the other person? Anyway, my friends, that's my thoughts for today. Tomorrow, we are talking about hard work. We're talking about hard work, and we're talking luck. All right, my friends, I'm actually looking forward to this one. A good couple of examples here. All right, my friends, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.